Warzone Mobile didn't just die because it was unoptimized. Warzone died because Activision didn't listen and never cared about the game and its community. They made the decisions that killed it before the launch, but it looks like there are so many secret things in the back end to discover, which is not going to be easy. And those also led to the shutdown of the game. So, to make things easier, today I'm summoning ChatGPT to answer some specific questions, and more interestingly, of course, some controversial topics. The good news, I already made all of them. So let's see what's the plan of ChatGPT to bring back Warzone Mobile in 2026, or is there any chance Activision would ever do it? Our first question for ChatGPT. Do you believe other games like Delta Force and Bloodstrike took advantage of Warzone's downfall? And is it true that if Warzone Mobile had succeeded, then all of these games would be dead by now? This one sounds a little bit tricky. Here's what ChatGPT replied me with. I absolutely believe other games like Delta Force, Bloodstrike, and Arena Breakout took huge advantage of Warzone Mobile's downfall. And honestly, if Warzone Mobile had launched well with smooth performance, balanced gameplay, and strong support, a lot of competitor games would have struggled to get as big as they are right now. Warzone Mobile was supposed to be the main era of battle royale shooters. Everyone expected it as the next generational gaming. Millions of players were hyped, but only if it had worked well on launch. With good optimization and support, it could have easily stolen the spotlight from everything else. The disastrous launch of Warzone Mobile pushed players further away, not just from Warzone, but from expecting a AAA experience on mobile. Then what happened? Everyone's got frustrated, and in that frustration, a competitor game stepped in. Like Delta Force made it clean, low lags, and overheating, easily accessible on regular 6-year-old devices with 40 FPS. Bloodstrike made it fast-paced, with lower graphics, but it didn't matter since the fun was there. And I think I completely agree all of the things from here, because everything ChatGPT said so far is true and well-balanced, especially where it said, peoples are hopeless for new AAA games. Because you see, the Rainbow Six Mobile is still not globally out, and the Division resurgence nowhere to be found. More importantly, Apex and Battlefield, like well-established games, also failed so badly. Small developers who made Firefront Mobile were so insecure they shut down the game before even giving a demo try. At this moment, I feel like it's safe to say the action shooter genre of mobile gaming is actually dead and empty. Despite that, 3 games are running from almost a decade, and new games are just failing badly. So that makes us jump to the main question: how to bring back Warzone Mobile in 2026? And is it possible Activision would ever do it? Because I think Activision never really tried or focused too much about the mobile version, and never was serious. Just a little change over engine and optimization, everything would be perfect. Here's what ChatGPT replied with. This is the most difficult way, but also the only option that actually works for the long term. For Warzone Mobile to come back in 2026, Activision would need to do something they almost never do: accept the reality that they were wrong. That means rebuilding Warzone Mobile as a mobile-first game, not a console port squeezed into phones. Smaller maps, simpler systems, performance balanced with graphics. A stable 60 FPS on mid-range devices should come before visual fidelity, and they don't need to change their IW engine either. Just make it mobile-friendly, like Unreal Engine. No BO6, no BO7 integration drama. Just make it a separate, grounded Warzone Mobile, like the 2020 version. This is the only way to make the game and get it to succeed in the mobile industry. Technically, they can do this, but culturally, Activision never works that way. There is a path that has a chance, but it's risky, expensive, and slow. So here comes the second way. Instead of reviving Warzone Mobile directly, Activision could quietly reintroduce it under a different identity. This avoids the stigma attached to the Warzone Mobile brand. It could become a separate mode inside Call of Duty Mobile, or a Warzone-inspired experience rather than a direct continuation. And this is what I think is currently happening with Call of Duty Mobile. As ChatGPT said, to avoid the humiliation of failures, Activision recently introduced DMZ Recon mode in COD Mobile, and is trying their best to make it feel like Warzone Mobile, testing things out to see if this works well for their audience or not, because this approach is safer for Activision, less PR damage, less pressure, easier to abandon if it fails again. But the downside, it will never fully replace what Warzone Mobile was supposed to be. It can survive for a couple more months, but it cannot dominate, and most gamers who are playing Warzone on mobile would never get full satisfaction by just converting Call of Duty into a 2.0 model. But Atlas, I want to say, this is not the end of mobile gaming. There's a high chance Activision would come back with Warzone, or another title for mobile, maybe Black Ops or something. Because if you look at upcoming games like Rust, Battlefield, Valorant, Assassin's Creed, Division Resurgence, and there's hundreds of popular, well-established games coming between 26 and 27. If every giant is stepping in, the most greedy one can't just hide and see. They'll do whatever it takes to fix everything, but they'll never abandon mobile. So I think that was it for the video. I know this took some time long, but anyway, I hope this video was very informative to you, and don't forget to give your personal opinions, because you know, I love reading your comments and always give heart to everyone, and don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Lagacy signing out.